Good morning, and welcome back to A Life Worth Living. I'm Frederick Growth, and I believe that God has a plan and purpose for everyone. And I have a message of hope and truth to show you a life worth living. So this morning, we're in Deuteronomy chapter 24. And the principle in this chapter is extremely important and yet almost foreign to our modern way of thinking. This principle has over the years been removed from almost every aspect of society. And that is this: the principle of having a covenant. Now, what is a covenant? Well, a covenant is an agreement by which you are also completely committed to. Once upon a time, marriage was a covenant. Now it's just a fly-by-night thing. But to make a covenant between two souls, to say, I will love and cherish you, I will be with you, I will care for you, I will, through the sickness and health and all that wonderful covenant-making vows, we used to call them. That is covenant. And in Deuteronomy 24, God instructs the people to have a covenant with the land. Now, there were several covenants that God asked Israel to keep. The main one was their covenant with Him. And now this one, which is equally important, that they have a covenant with the land. A covenant to make sure that sin, or shall I put it this way, things that lead people away from the ways of God, from the covenant of God, do not enter the land. And He gives a list of things there that are important for us to do. And so I want to just take a moment this morning and just hit on this covenant thing. Because so often in our lives we want things. We want to accomplish things. We have goals, and we have dreams, and we have desires. I had a hard time when I turned 30 because the goals and the dreams and desires of my heart were seemingly a long ways away. And I hadn't accomplished what I thought I should have accomplished by the time I was that age. After a while I got over that. But the fact is, if we don't make a covenant with ourselves, with our goals, with the land, if you will, we'll never accomplish what we say we want to accomplish. Let's put it this way. If we don't discipline ourselves to reach the goal, you never will. See, last year I made a covenant. I made a goal. I was going to produce a video 5 days a week for 52 weeks. And in 2017, I accomplished that goal. In 2018, I have a similar goal, but this year I have downed it to 200 videos. Why? It's a lot of work, folks. It takes time. I have to get up at least 5 days a week on or before 5 a.m. in the morning to make sure that there is enough time to do these videos. What are you willing to do to covenant, to discipline yourselves to reaching your goal? That is what I'm talking about this morning. If you're not willing to discipline yourself, if you're not willing to covenant with your goal, you will not reach it. Because you're not serious enough. We have to get in covenant with our goals, with the land, if you will, with our friends, with our spouses, with whatever we need to get in covenant with to have a life worth living. This wishy-washy crap that people get on with, and this person's a friend this week, and then they're not the friend this week, and then they are the next week. And we've got to get in a place where, you know what? I am committed, and I have a covenant. So now it's your turn. It's your turn to get up off the couch, off the chair, wherever you're sitting, and go and live a life worth living. And make a decision to be in covenant with your goals. God bless you. Have an amazing day. We'll catch you next time on A Life Worth Living.